I'm not going to buy a Harley, and the short answer is that they're too expensive. But the long answer is a lot more complicated than that. So let's go for a ride and chat about it. The boys are out today. Right then, gang, welcome to the video. We're going to have a little chat about what is going to be my next bike purchase, because I recently had a bit of an epiphany. So for years, ever since I was a kid, I was dead set on getting a Harley as my first quote-unquote big bike. There's a few reasons for that. The main one, I just love them. So when I was a kid, I used to go out with a family friend on the back of his Sportster, and the sound, you know, the style, just like the whole lot, I just thought was the coolest thing ever. And my granddad, rest in peace, he always rode twins, not Harleys, but that sound was always like kind of iconic to me. They really speak to the emotive side of my soul. In recent times, you know, I discovered the dyno scene, the performance dyno scene, all that kind of stuff, and I was just like, oh man, this is the coolest shit ever. I'm definitely getting one, to the point where, you know, for like the past year or so, I've actually been looking for one. And then I recently had the epiphany that I'm not going to do it. First and foremost, let's talk about new Harleys. So new Harleys were never even on the table for me. I was definitely not going to get a new one, and there's a few reasons for that. The main one being that they're just too expensive, but it is a little bit more complicated than that. So in terms of the new lineup, right, so they've got the entry-level bikes, or the entry-level bike, which is the Nightster, which is like a modern interpretation of the Sportster. It's liquid cooled, it has significantly more power, and it actually replaced the Sportster. It's completely different to any Harley that has ever been made, and it doesn't have the character of a Harley, and I think that's widely accepted by like pretty much everyone, like Harley Davidson purists alike. It's just not really a Harley. I don't even think they're made in America. They don't sound like Harleys, they don't look like Harleys, they haven't got an air-cooled engine like quote-unquote proper Harleys have. So I wouldn't get a Nightster. Also, you know, the Nightster is essentially what the Americans would call like a metric cruiser, which is like a Japanese style cruiser. And the thing is, like, the Japanese have been making cruisers in this fashion with like modern creature comforts and design for a long time. So if I wanted a modern style cruiser, I wouldn't buy a Harley, and that's not why people buy Harleys. So that rules out the Nightster. And there is a couple of bikes in the Softail range that I actually really do like and I'm really fond of, like the Lowrider and the Lowrider ST. I love those bikes, I think they're really cool. But the price is just absolutely eye-watering. We're talking like, I can't remember exactly what the retail price is, but like near enough 20 grand here in the UK. And in the UK, that is more than half what the average salary is, which is just like, it's eye-watering. So I straight up cannot afford that. That is not a working man's bike. Like, no working class dude can afford to spend that much on a toy, in my opinion. So that rules out new Harleys. So what I wanted was an old Harley, and I still do, to be honest. I wasn't that interested in a Sportster. I wanted a dyno, in particular like an early model dyno, like an FXDX. Yeah, you get the big V twin engine. The FXDX in particular has got like decent brakes and suspension, all these kind of things, right? But I think they stopped making them in like 2005 or 2006. So they are an old bike now. And you know, I was chatting to my missus a lot about it, about how I want to go on lots of adventures and stuff, and I just want to ride loads. You know, I want to see the world on my bike. Buying a project bike, because that's what it would turn into. I know it would, because I would want to modify it and stuff. The reason why I decided on a dyno, I went down the rabbit hole of like stunt bike builds from the likes of like Cruisy Originals and people like that, and making performance dynos. I just think they're the coolest thing ever, right? So I was chatting to my missus about how, you know, I want to see the world, I want to get out there, I want to go down some byways, I want to explore and have fun. And she was like, well, why are you going to get a Harley if this is the kind of riding you want to do? And it was a bit of a eureka moment, because I always said like my dream garage would be a dyno and like an Africa Twin or something like that, an adventure bike to accompany it for my adventures. And she was like, well, why don't you get the adventure bike now? It sounds like that's the kind of riding that you want to do now. And I was like, shit, you're so right. That is the kind of riding I want to do. You know, as much as I love tinkering, and I am a, you know, like a tinkerer at heart. It's what I love to do. I've got a project car. I love building stuff. I'm an engineer by trade, so you know, it's the kind of thing that I love doing. Hello, mate. ZX14 Hayabusa. Is that an old ZX14 or something? Cool bikes. I don't want another project. At the end of the day, as much as I love projects, and I will probably have projects for the rest of my life, they are a stressor. And most importantly, they take a shit ton of money. Any kind of project vehicle is going to see you spending tons of money on it. And it would just be financially irresponsible and not in line with what I want to do on motorbikes at this point in my life. So that's why I'm not going to get a Harley. And also, just to touch on it a bit, like modern Harleys, right, I don't really gel with the brand identity of Harley these days. I don't think they're a particularly cool brand anymore. I think they've morphed into like a luxury goods / fashion brand, and some may argue that, you know, that may have always been the case, and that might be true, but you know, when I was younger, when I was a kid and I'd like fallen in love with them, that wasn't the case. But culturally they were super cool. Now I think they just pander to like rich old dudes, and that's not who I am, you know. I'm a young working class dude. I'm the opposite of that, realistically, and that's represented like in the dealers as well. So I've got a Harley dealer pretty local to me, and I go there pretty often because I love looking at all the new bikes. And I don't think I've ever had a salesman approach me, and it's because they know that I can't afford one, or they presume that I can't afford one, and they probably also know that I'm just not the target demographic of them. And they would be right, because I'm not. You know, it's like, it's rich old dudes. But if Harley don't want to die, I think they need to get on the side of, you know, the working man, in particular like the young working man. They need to be getting people on bikes. They need to not gatekeep their bikes with silly prices. I think they would do well to bring a bike like the Evo Sportster back in a more kind of accessible way. Don't go and like make a cheap copy in China and try and sell it to people, because they won't want it. But it'd be interesting to see what happens with the Harley Davidson landscape in particular. I suppose we will see moving forward. I know they've just got a new CEO. We'll see what kind of decisions are made and what happens with the brand. You know, I would like them to mix it up and survive, but I fear that, you know, pandering to like the luxury side of things, I don't think that's the way to play it. I think that's a short-sighted way of playing it. And you know, all these old dudes that are spending like 30 grand on baggers and stuff, they're not going to be around forever. You've got to cater to the younger crowd at some point, or your company will die. So in terms of my next bike, I can't tell you what I'm going to get because I haven't actually decided yet. I'm going to test ride some bikes, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to see what I want. I think I know, but I'm going to test ride loads of bikes and find out to be sure. If you want to find out what I end up with, then subscribe, because I absolutely adore this Grom, but I am ready for something that can take me on some bigger adventures. Not that I haven't gone on big adventures on this thing, because I have, and it's, you know, it's an amazing little toy. But yeah, I'm ready for something else now. Will the Grom stay? I'm not sure. Thanks for tuning in, gang. I appreciate you listening to my yap. What are your thoughts? What do you think of Harley in the modern age? What bike should I get? Leave down in the comments. If you want to stick around for more, then subscribe. I'm Dom. I will catch you later. Peace.